on the southern peninsula of Washington State, very close to the coast. From where we're at right now, probably about a 15-minute to ocean shores. This is the Humptulips River that we fished today, but depending on the year and quotas and fish numbers, we'll bounce around. This is a great area to kind of be centralized, because from here we can go 30-40 minutes away to the Wainuchi, the Satsup River, or even the Chehalis. So we kind of like to take our people at whatever's fishing best that time of the year, whenever they show up.
That's how we like to start the day. Get it in there. Hey, first cast.
First cast of the morning. Nice little wild hen coho. Take her home, go do her thing. See you, darling. Maybe on them down one more time. One more reel down. Keep going. Straight up. Oh. Almost. Turned on me. Straight up. Ooh. There we go. All right, we got our nice wild Humptulips River King. Fell victim to the good old fire cure Pautzke eggs. Can't keep these bad boys this season, so when we're in here searching for the hatchery fish, these guys are obviously suckers for the eggs. So we're gonna send him back on his way. Go make the babies and get on out. All right, buddy. See ya. All right, so this is just a stereotypical setup for float fishing, Humptulips, any coastal river here in Washington. I like to go a little heavier line. I'm using 30-pound test, and then tied to that is a 4/0 Big River Gamakatsu hook. Really like that bend in her for grabbing a hold of those fish. We got the barbless hooks, and that really seems to help hang on. So the eggs that I got here is a mixture of fire krill, boraxofire, fire cure, and a little bit of fire brine. For the salmon, fall salmon season, I like a little bit wetter egg, as you can see. You can see that's kind of nice and moist and gets a lot of movement down there. So I like to hook right through the middle of the cluster, and that seems to help that egg cluster stay on the hook just a little bit better. And then after that, I'm just coming back in behind and trying to get that line right through the center of the cluster, right in the middle of it, just to really keep it on there. With the wetter egg, a lot of times they have a tendency to fall off a little more so that's how it's done. So typically the kings are showing up to the Grays Harbor area first, and then shortly behind them typically is the coho. And the coho will catch all the way into December. Right now, today, we got some chum. That's not untypical to find those guys in October, November time frame. So it's a good mixed bag for people. The chum are usually really willing to bite, so if we're not finding the target species that we're looking for, usually there's always something to play with out here. One more time.
Oh, damn.
Big fish. Back left. Reel down again, slow lift. Reel down again. Oh, easy. That's a big fish.
Ooh, that was nice. Whoo!
Back left. Let him go towards that.
Nice fish.
Straight up lift.
Yes.
Go. Woo. Nice one there. This is what everybody comes to the Washington coast for right here. This is a perfect specimen. Got to be easy 25-pound fish here. Nice girth, fresh out of the ocean, as you can see. Chrome on here. I'm sure we got some sea lice on them somewhere. But if you got your guys quick on the draw there, you can see where the hook is placed, just right on the edge of the lip, not letting them suck them down into their gut. I mean, the fish, the scenery, just some of the most beautiful country around, I would say, the country. lots of wildlife, fish. This is still one of those rivers where you still have a good opportunity to catch a king of a lifetime, you know, in that 40-pound range. Most people are usually happy with the 12 to 15 pounders, but you get one in that 20+ range and people really excited.
Today's episode of Pautzke Outdoors comes to you from Western Washington, where we're on the Humptulips River for the first time since 2010. It's a full decade since we've been here, and we came back because this is one of the most beautiful places in all the United States. Here in the Olympic Mountains, sometimes you get excellent salmon runs here. You know, that changes year by year. Fortunately, this is 2020, the year of the great pandemic, and there's been plenty of salmon around. There's kings in the system right now. There's coho in the system right now. There's also plenty of chum in the system right now. Matter of fact, you can see some aerial footage here of nothing but chums loading up into holes. Now, we're in the latter part of October, and all three species are available. We hopped on board with Mike Ainsworth of First Light Guide Service, and we said, Mike, you got a chance of catching all three? Can we do it? And sure enough, we could. Now, we started the day first thing in the morning, and Mike made a first cast impression with us. He said, guys, give me that squid fire gel. I'm going to put it here on this twitching jig, and we're going to catch one on the first cast. Sure enough, he did. And then we just kept going. Now, typical morning here, we had some beautiful reflections. We had rainbows, and then we also had similar times when, you know, like most of the time here, where there's fog. And we found a fog bank that absolutely covered the river. Put the drone up there, and you could see the entire river was covered in fog. Sure enough, as that fog lifted, we kept drifting. We caught Chinook, we caught coho, and we caught chum. Now, all the Chinook, unfortunately for us, were wild fish, and that's great for this fishery. However, we wanted to bring one home, put it on the grill. We couldn't because we didn't catch any hatchery fish. That's no problem. We still had a great time doing it. Now, the majority of our fish today came on Pautzke cured roe. Now, you heard Mike. He doesn't just cure it with fire cure. He has a whole bunch of things. You know, that famous fire power of ours, that krill powder, he used a little bit of Pautzke borax of fire cure, and fire brine to get the perfect egg he wants for this fishery. Now, we spent all day drifting here today. You'll see that we actually hooked a couple on plugs, and some of these holes, we didn't know that there were 50 to 100 or more fish until after we put the drone, just because we wanted to get a strike using plugs. Now, we only use plugs for, I would say, a good 15 minutes today, and you can see we hammered one right away. You can see it hook, splash around, and then unfortunately it got off real quick, and then we wanted to go back to drifting. You know, we're more of an active group. We didn't want to just sit there and run plugs all day. However, if you choose to run plugs, you choose to fish spinners, you choose to twitch jigs, whatever you want to do, just know there's a beautiful place out here in Western Washington that's waiting for you to come out here and catch salmon just like we did.
Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.
In that slack water. Oh.
Can I slide sling in?
You get that on video?
Yeah, I got it.
Attaboy. I think I said sidearm.
That's my boss, folks. He shows you how to cast.